Hey, I want to give you a quick review on this incredible Mikolo power rack, and it is awesome. And what I'm going to do is I'm taking you in my home gym right here, and I just got this, and I'm going to go through some features on it, and I'm going to show you everything about it. But if you've ever been in a home gym or have a home gym, trying to get the motivation a lot of times to work out is hard. This thing helps because it's such a quality piece of equipment that has everything you could possibly think of pretty much to get a good workout in. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you first off, everything you see here I put together by myself. Did take a little bit of time, but it wasn't super hard, and I got everything put together nice and neat. Now, let me walk you through the cage by itself, okay? So the cage is 14 gauge steel, which is really, really thick. Some of the features, in case you didn't see these, what I like is they're numbered all the way down here, which makes it easier when you're putting accessories on and things like that. So the other thing too is what came with it is it has safety straps right here. So these are your straps that you would put on here if you were doing deadlifts and things like that. I'm gonna pull this out real quick so I can get a little more space. And I'm gonna take you in here.
Bench not included.
Bench not included. But what came with the cage itself, so the cage came with this. It has a pull-up feature. Like if you look here, what's nice about this is a really, really good pull-up bar because it's got the straight on the wides, it's got angled in the fronts, and it's got closed grip right there at the same time, which is awesome. Everything is really secure, okay? So this actually will hold, I believe the capacity is over 2,000 pounds on this unit, which is great. Now the other thing is what's nice, and a lot of people don't notice this, is if you come over here, you've got pegs that you can actually attach bands to. So what you would do with the bands is, like if I was bench pressing or something like that, I would typically put this, let it rest right here, and then I'll take a band, and I'll just show you how this works. I would typically put the band right like this, across double, so that when I pick up on it, it's going to get that extra sting. A lot of people use bands because it's, how it works. So I'm not going to go into training on that, but you can see that. Now, the other thing too is, let me show you these. What's nice about all of the equipment is it's easy to move around. Like the settings on these. So this is how I have it set for when I'm bench pressing, and I can show you that again. But really all it does is it just pops out. And these are really, really thick, high density steel, very well put together. And let me make sure you get some light on here. You can see too, this has a good, nice, thick kind of plastic rubber. So when when you bounce a lot of times you'll toss the rack or the barbell back here, you're good. Let me put that back in, and then it just slides through the holes and drops down, and you're just like that. So let me put this back up here. All right, so I got that. Now, what's nice about these is, let me show you, actually come over on here because I want to have better light on this one. What's nice about adjusting these features right here is when you have the safety straps, what I do like about them is they're curved. A lot of times you'll see benches that are just straight bars. What's nice about this is it allows me to kind of be a little more flexible. And then what you do is this has right here, it's just got a little safety pin. You pop it out, and you can just move this wherever you want it to. Just line it back up, and then pop your rail back in here. And I'm on number 9, so I'm gonna put back so I can keep it even. And then you just put this, you put the little safety pin back on here, and that stays nice and secure in there. Like I said, you've got pegs on both sides, which is great for the features. And then this actually came with it too. Now, if you're not familiar with what this is, they call that a kind of a landmine. And how a landmine works is you can take a barbell, a full-size barbell, and you stick it in here. So let me show you that real quick. So with a landmine, all you do is you basically stick your barbell in here. And what's great about it is you can do different exercises, like if you're popping them up. I a lot of times like to do things like this, or I might do rows or T-bars, things like that. So you're pulling it, and it's real easy to use, and then you can kind of tighten it on if you want. That can actually be moved around as well. Everything is movable on there, okay? So also, I forgot to point this out. If you have, like, you don't want to maybe keep the bar on here, this has a barbell setting. You can put that bar right up here, and it'll hang kind of out of place, which is great. So this is basically the whole cage. If you're looking for just the cage itself, totally worth it. High density steel. I mean, this is some tough stuff. All right, so let me show you some of the accessories that I put on here real quick. Okay, so I just got done doing a video on the Mikolo rack itself, the whole power cage. Now I want to show you one of my favorite accessories that I got with it. This is the pull down system right here, the whole pulley system. And what's nice about it is it has a high pull, which is great, and it has a low pull, which is awesome too, because you can do different things. You know, it's very secure and so on. So let me kind of show you how this works. Is what I typically do is I have a bench and I just kind of slide it in here like this. And then plate loading is simply just putting them on here. It does come with some what do you call those? The sleeves that kind of keep it on there. And then what'll happen here is it's real smooth, which is nice. It does have a thing where you can, if you wanted to get this out of the way, you can put it all the way up here on there. But what I typically do is I like to just sit down here on this. I got this bar, I pull down, and it's smooth. You might want to put some grease on it, but the thing is really great. Now, just real quick, make sure when you put this together, the assembly, you want to make sure that this stuff is on the outside, because I accidentally did it the wrong way on the first time. Now, once I have that, I'm trying not to be all winded. What's nice is you obviously, it does come with this pull down bar, by the way, but what's nice is you can adjust the different things, like if you have different pulleys, if you have ropes, you can do press downs and stuff like that. And then down here, it does come with this chain for an extension. So let's say you extended it all the way because you're taller, or you want to do curls on it. That's probably a little too much weight for my curls, but you can kind of see I can stand up and do curls. But I like to do low rows with it, and since I'm not too tall, that's why I put the chain a little closer. And with this, you just kind of pull like that, and right in there, gives a great workout. I mean, it's really, really good. And like I said, it wasn't hard to really assemble. You just follow the directions correctly. And then what it does is it just attaches onto the power cage, because that's what it's built for. And this is obviously really, really secure, and you can put quite a bit of weight on there as well. And then it's got the dual pulley system, which is really, really smooth. So I would tell you, if you want to really accessorize your power cage, pick this up, because it's got a lot of stuff you can do extra with that. Hey, I want to continue a review I did on the power cage, but I want to show you the jammer arms now. Now, the jammer arms are probably my new favorite accessory that I've ever put or ever used on a power cage, because there's so much versatility to them, and I absolutely love them, and they were fairly easy to put on. I'll show you how that works. So with jammer arms, really what you can do is you can adjust them. It's got a pin here, so you can kind of put it in place like that. It's real simple to do. And then it has a safety pin too, so you can kind of come over here and you would drop it down through the hole right here, which locks it to secure it, right? So if I was doing like a bench presses and stuff, you can adjust these as well. So this whole thing will actually slide up and down if you wanted to. Same principle of just using these pins, take them in and out, and you pop it like, I'll just show you. I get this right here. You just pop these out, boom, boom, like that, and then you would slide it down and you're good to go. Now, some of my favorite things to do with this is I love doing shoulder stuff on these, because it just kind of gives you that kind of really good way to do it. I love doing stuff like this. It's kind of like an incline press at the same time. I could sit on a bench and do it if I wanted to. And then a lot of times, and I'm going to show you this real quick. Let me do it on this side. Actually do it on this side because I got better light. What I do like about this is I love doing deadlifts with these. So let me show you that real quick. So if I take this down like this, I just got that, I'll just slide it back in so I keep it on track. Now when I like to do deadlifts, I like to have this lowered. So let me just show you how quick you can kind of make the adjustment. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pins, pop them out real quick, which secure them, and then I'll typically come over here, and then I just pull it out, pull it out. Now be real careful if you have your hands here, because this will be flexible. You don't want to pinch your fingers or anything like that. But then what I'm going to do is, let's say I'm going to drop this down to, how far do I like to go deadlifts? I'm going to go all the way down here like this. So I might put the deadlifts right about there. So I put that there, and I'm going to slide that pin in. I'm going to go up a little bit right here. So once you get the first one in, it gets easy, obviously. But I put that in there, and you can see that didn't take me very long at all to do that. Pop these back on just for security and keep them nice and tight. I would do the exact same thing on the other side, but then now I've got, I'm gonna drop that so I got some room here. But now I've got the ability to do the deadlifts like this. So now if I have both of them here, I can do the deadlifts, and they're really great. The other thing I like to do is, with it at this angle, is a lot of times if you don't have dumbbells and a bunch of dumbbells with different weights, like I like to do rows and stuff like this, I can do the rows on here just like that with that. And because it's got different grip sizes where I want to put them, it gives me a good flexibility of doing it. So if I did rows, I could do that. And then obviously you can adjust the angles. And if you wanted to kind of have it to where maybe you were going to flip this up, you would flip this one upside down and put it over here, and this one upside down and put it over here, and you get the same effect off of it. But I think jammer arms are literally my new favorite thing to use, because they're just, they give you so much flexibility to do workouts. And obviously if I had the other one, here, I could do bench press on it, stuff like that. So if I was maybe doing a bench press, I might just have it like that, and then I would put my bench under here, and boom, I'm pressing it out. But these are great, easy to adjust. Literally in between sets, I can move it around if I need to, do things like that. And what I like to do is I'll do like supersets with these things where I'm basically just doing pull downs, come over here, do the presses, things like that. But if you're looking for some really amazing accessories, these jammer arms, you totally want to get these, because it just adds so much versatility to it. So pick them up, gonna love them. Hey, I want to give you a quick review of one of the accessories that I put on my power cage here, and this is the dip rack. This is the dip bars. Real simple, easy to put together, just a few bolts. It was like 2 bolts, put them together, tighten them up, and then what's nice is it is adjustable on the frame wherever you wanted it. So I can put it on the front on the back, that kind of thing. The nice thing about dip bars is you can do a lot of different things with it. You can do regular traditional dips where you're just going like that. You can do pull-ups on them, so if you're like this and do pull-ups, and a lot of times you can keep your feet straight, and then what you can do is do like ab extensions, stuff like that. Real simple to adjust, and it does securely lock, which is great. If you look over here, this actually will help it lock even more into place. It's just got a little screw knob to it, and if I unscrew that, kind of loosens it up so it's not so tight. I can take this thing on and off just like you would normally do it, and you can see how quick that came on and off. So if I wanted it higher because maybe I'm doing pull-ups with it for some reason, I can do that. If I want to put it on the side, or I would like to just put it in here like this, you can see it's got a lot of versatility to it. I obviously wouldn't put it there, but you can see that. And then I just put it right there, lock it down in place, tighten it up a little bit so that it doesn't rattle around. And when you do that with the tightening, it stays real secure, real strong, can hold a lot of weight to it. Really well made, good welding, good everything like that. But if you're looking for a great dip accessory to attach to your power rack, pick this up, you're gonna love it.